Alright, everybody, welcome to episode 5 of the Small Adeesha podcast.
It's Adeesha,
The name I
but
didn't
small.
agree to.
It's Adeesha but small.
It is Adeesha but small. I hate this name. Why? We're just stuck with it now because we're on episode 5. And I'm Adeesha the Lump. This is Jabba the Hutt. And let's just jump into it. So we have a couple of topics.
Adeesha will mainly be talking this time because I don't have any topics. He has topics.
Yeah.
Not me.
I'm the brains of the operation.
The brains
He's
of
the
the
one that
operation.
actually does work.
Brains of the operation, as in the person that had time to look for topics.
Exactly. So I watched this movie called Lion. So it was nominated for an
watched a movie
Oscar
called
in
Lion?
2017, right? Yeah. Okay, so the movie's about this kid in India. I know you love kids in
The
India.
Indians. I love them.
The goddamn Indians. But it's about this
I
kid
love the
who,
Indians.
at the age of 5, got lost.
Got
and
lung
was-
cancer?
No, he didn't get lung cancer.
That's what I
Well,
heard.
maybe he
Cut
did.
out.
Hopefully he got lung cancer.
Okay, yeah, because he's Indian.
I mean, there is no healthcare in India. It's fine.
Yeah.
Nobody cares.
I'll put a picture of the movie cover
Okay.
on screen.
The movie cover.
The cover of
You mean
the cover of the movie.
poster?
The cover of the movie. The movie cover.
Exactly. So it's about a movie. The movie's about this 5-year-old who gets lost at the age of 5. Obviously, and he gets adopted by an Australian family, and then 25 years pass, and he finally tries to find his mom. Spoiler: he does end up finding the mom, unfortunately, but the brother is dead. His brother that went
That
looking for him
sucks
is
so
dead.
much. That sucks just so
I know.
much. Isn't that right, Adeesha?
Yeah, he never got to eat curry.
It sucks.
It's guys, we're sad. Can we get a like?
We're making a guilt. We're making you go through a guilt trip, and you need to like the video.
Like and subscribe because someone died.
Yep.
Have you seen that Logan Paul podcast? I've been watching podcasts so that we can make our one better.
Mhm.
But
And you're watching Logan Paul's podcast. That's gonna make our podcast.
You know
better?
the creme de la creme of podcasts. But they have Riley Reid on there, the porn star, and she just deep throats the microphone. I'm sure everyone's seen this.
I haven't.
Can we throw that clip? I'll send you the clip. That's insane. It's actually. Zidan, do you watch porn?
No.
No.
We've
Sure.
gone over this.
Sure.
I actually can't.
Yeah.
I can't.
Yeah. You actually can't. You have literally video cameras.
I know.
In your room.
My firewall blocks everything anyway.
Really? Oh
yeah,
my
it blocks
god.
images. It blocks websites. So I can't really do anything.
Your parents just really do not trust you at all.
I mean, fair enough, you know.
I mean, why don't they trust you? What
do you mean
What did you do?
Adeesha, you know me.
How much child porn do you have?
Okay, that's not why. They just don't trust me. They've never trusted me with anything at all. I wasn't even allowed. I wasn't even
his
allowed.
parents don't trust him.
I wasn't even allowed to touch cords until I was 10 years old.
Cords like
Yeah, like electrical
frickin'
cords. Like
power cord. Oh my god.
I couldn't even plug in like the iPad if I wanted to watch a video until I was 10 years old.
When I was 7, I remember this because I still had the scar. I was playing with this machete in my grandparents' house. Yeah. And I was like cutting this piece of wood for some reason because that's what I thought was fun. I was a freaking stupid kid. So this was like a really serious machete, right? It's like a freaking rusted blade. It's like old as hell.
Machetes
And
are
I'm just
used
like-
for cutting leaves, Adeesha. And
I know, but
branches.
I was a 7-year-old who was an absolute moron.
It was a
So
real machete. This thing could cut a leaf, all right? It could cut a leaf. Maybe
Yeah, it was
a
a
branch or
very
two.
dull machete. It was a really dull machete. I remember that. Because
That would hurt even
I was having a
more.
lot of trouble cutting into that piece of wood.
All right.
So I'm eventually I swipe I keep trying to cut into that piece of wood, but I just missed the wood one time somehow.
You're smart.
My hand-eye coordination was not good
You have
and will
dyslexia.
never be good. I have dyslexia.
Dyslexia in
But
the
I-
ears.
Dyslexia in the ears. I think that's called being deaf. Nah. Don't
I
deaf
know,
people
man.
choose? We talked about this on the last podcast.
Yeah, that's true.
Anyway, so I missed
deaf?
the piece of wood
Or being
and
disabled.
completely cut off the flesh on my hand. Like,
The
completely
flesh.
clean.
You completely cut
No,
off
no,
the
no.
flesh.
I'll show you the scar. But it didn't bleed. It just like the very top layer just completely came off.
I thought you were gonna say
clean.
something like it totally just cut off my finger, and then you just said cut off my skin.
Yeah, my entire hand was cut off.
Yep.
Uh-huh.
The entire arm severed from the body.
One day I'll fight that machete.
Okay.
But okay.
Okay, you can do that, Adeesha. I believe in you.
But yeah, kids are freaking stupid. We talked about this last time.
You mean
kids are dumb.
you are stupid, Adeesha?
No, kids in general. I saw this video today of this kid who had a bucket, like a bucket full of water, on the end of a string, and
We also
then
talked about how stupid children are because they threaten to jump off ledges. But anyways, continue.
That's true. But he dropped the bucket and then fell and and dive bombed into the bucket full of water. I'll
Sounds
send you
epic.
this clip. It's I hate him. I really do hate children.
I
Doesn't make
mean,
sense.
you've said this already. If you've watched the last podcast, you would know that Adeesha
Mm-hmm.
hates children. Also,
you
why
know-
is our fourth podcast doing so terribly compared to all the other ones? Did you put it on your story, Adeesha?
I did.
And did you link it in your bio?
Guys, if you're watching this, please watch our fourth one. That's the best podcast we've done yet.
It's true. It really is true.
It really is because Zidane talked the least in it.
That's because we talked about the KKK.
It's because we talked about hanging the blacks.
Yeah, that's right. See, actually, that wasn't the one that I talked to the least in. The one that I talked to least in was the one with Wyatt. But let's disregard that for now.
Yes.
What,
Also, episode 2 has 69 views on it.
that's funny.
Nice. Do you want to know what my cousin did? Okay, so my little 5-year-old cousin, he's adorable. He's not 5, he's actually like 3,
2.
but whatever.
That's close.
So, he's actually adorable. I visited Sri Lanka in grade 6. And I was basically on cousin duty. I was taking care of him because the adults wanted to actually talk for once. So I took care of this little baby boy, and I realized that kids are actually the dumbest human beings alive. They don't deserve life. Do you know what my cousin,
This entire podcast.
bless his heart,
This entire podcast
Bless
is
his
going to be called "Children Are the Most Idiotic
Dumb.
Creatures on the Face of the Earth."
yeah. So what he does, right, Zan? What he does is he goes into the backyard, and there's like a bunch of rocks in the backyard because Sri Lanka has no infrastructure. So he just starts eating rocks. Takes a full handful of rocks and just gulps it all down.
Did he swallow them?
He didn't get the chance. I broke his arm before he had the chance.
You broke his arm.
Yeah, I pulled it like a freaking chicken bone. That's graphic.
That's normal.
Oh my. Yeah. I mean, what? Do you have any cousins, Zidane,
I have
or did your family agree to never spread the bloodline?
5 cousins.
Yeah.
One of them
I
is
have-
one of them is 8. One of them is 4. One of them is 2 or 3, and then one is like not even 1 years old yet.
Wow.
And then I
So-
have like 4 more on my mom's side. One that's like 30, one that's 19, or one that's 22, one that's 19, and one that is 17.
So you're actually the mistake. You're actually the mistake. I know your brothers and sisters. No, your brothers, right? They're like 30, and you're just 13. You know what that means? You're the mistake.
No, that's not how it works. Because I have a different.
Yes, it is.
No, because I have a different dad than my brothers, so it's completely different.
Okay, but all right, you're still a mistake, but okay.
No, you're the mistake, Adeesha, because only brown people have mistakes.
You want to know? You want to know what my mom was on Facebook and started laughing, and I asked her what was she laughing at? What was she laughing at? And she shows me this post of it says all mistakes are made in the dark. And the fact that my mom is laughing at that made me very insecure. Because she's like, oh my god, it's so true. Uh-oh.
This is not good. Is this a sign? I have a feeling that this is some kind of sign.
That is a sign.
Do you know what
It's
else is a
absolutely a
sign?
sign.
The ones that you make from 2 sticks or 1 stick and 6 pieces of wooden planks in Minecraft. Those are also signs.
Zidane, you're grasping at straws to talk about something.
Adeesha, you're literally
It's-
grasping at straws because that's all the Sri Lankans eat. So,
Straws?
you literally have to grasp for straws in order.
Zidane, I don't think you know what you're talking about at this point.
Thanks, Adeesha. I'm gonna ruin every joke you tell from this.
Have you ever had sugarcane?
Boo 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 boo.
Oh no, Zidane's getting stressed. Oh god. Okay, Zidane, deep breaths.
Boo 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 boo.
Okay, so have you ever had sugarcane?
Adeesha, have you ever had sugarcane?
Okay, Zidane, I get that you're upset, but let me at least host this podcast with you. Okay, so sugarcane is the worst thing ever. So, in Sri Lanka, we were on this one trip, and they just brought with them sugarcane so that we could have some, right?
Because that is what
And
you
I
do
had
with
no
sugarcane.
idea.
You have it.
Exactly. But it's so sweet. Like, it's actually so
That
sweet.
might be why
that
it's called
insane.
sugarcane. Is because it has the
Wow.
word sugar in it.
It's almost like that's the origin of sugar. But yeah, sugarcane's kind of
Right.
horrible. It's way too sweet. What's the best
I
candy?
really don't like very overly sweet things. That's why I don't like donuts very much unless they're in very small doses. Small doses of donuts.
Do you just inject donuts into your bloodstream, Zidane? It's a very small dose.
Do you inject the blood of elephants into your bloodstream? So you're half
I don't-
elephant.
I don't like injecting my sister's blood into my bloodstream.
Yeah.
Exactly. I'm calling my sister fat, everybody.
It's not like that joke was really obvious, but it's super just me.
Wow, Zidane. Ruining everything I say. Did you watch that show called Total Drama Island?
No. Did you watch that show called Total Drama Island?
No, I just brought it up for fun because I've never heard of it. Yes, that show was like my childhood.
That
man.
show was like his childhood, man.
because it was on publicly broadcasted like
Because
TV.
he's poor, guys. It's because he's poor.
That is true. Because we didn't have cable, so I just watched Total Drama Island, and that
It's
show
from
is
PBS
not good.
Kids.
Not good at all.
Okay. Usually, if you have nostalgia for something, you consider it good, even though it's not.
Oh,
but
no, no,
here,
no, no,
Adeesha
no, no.
is just spitting facts.
Do you know what is good though?
That
Spy
dude,
Kids.
dude. If you had like a Smash Bros banner, it would be Adeesha spits facts.
that's my freaking. They call me the brown Ben Shapiro. You know,
The brown
I
Ben
just
Shapiro.
spit facts
But
on
you're
these
liberal.
libtards. I am liberal. In
So
case
you
people
can't.
don't know that, I may make a couple too many Hitler jokes to be considered like
I think
fully a
I
libtard.
think you've hanged too many blacks, Adeesha. That's-
Yeah,
hey.
not on the podcast.
See-
we don't talk about it.
See, that's what the N-word pass allows you to do. See, Addie, what? Now he's hanging all the blacks. Come on, Adeesha. Or not Adeesha, Addie. Come on. Should never have given him the N-word pass.
Okay. All right. We went from total drama island to freaking hanging the black.
Really
What is
fast.
actually your problem?
Why are you blaming me
I
for
could
this,
lit-
Adeesha?
I could be talking about how it's Martin Luther King Day, and you're like hanging the blacks.
That was a while ago.
Yeah. That's really cool.
That was a while
But do you want to go on a crusade? Nobody remembered that it was Martin Luther King Day.
I mean, it's an American thing, mostly.
Yeah, but it should be. But you can recognize it.
I mean, yeah.
It's the third Wednesday of
I know
every
about it. I know
January.
So apparently
everybody
today
knows.
is National Random Acts of Kindness Day and National Cabbage Day. So I'm not going around doing any random acts of kindness on my weekend.
Dude, just give
That is a
give
waste of my
cabbages to
weekend.
people.
That's a waste of my weekend. I'm not being kind to anybody on my weekend. People should be kind to me on my weekend.
We're being kind by making this podcast the greatest thing
Yeah.
ever.
Yeah, and
Yeah.
I mean it's National Cabbage Day, and that's honestly just the best day of the year. So
Did you know there's a month for hot dogs?
a
National
full month.
Hot Dog Month.
full month.
A full month. We don't get a full month for Martin Luther. We don't get a full month for Gandhi. We get a full month for hot dogs. Hell yeah.
That's like the whitest thing, other than a KKK membership.
Oh my god, it's so American.
It's the second most white thing, next to the KKK
Yeah.
membership. Yesterday was National Do a Grouch a Favor Day. So I could have done something nice to Adeesha, but I think he's past the grouch. Past the. Buddy, that's right. I mean, it's whatever. Like, you're just cutting yourself. Like, that's it. It's okay. It's like that's a common thing. Yeah. Oh, and February 15th was Singles Awareness Day. Yeah, the virgins made that one up. Coming from me, I'm not a virgin, guys.
Yes.
I'm not.
What would you tell me if, for like the last minute, I wasn't recording?
I wouldn't really care.
Okay. So, Valentine's Day
What if
was
I-
the past Thursday.
What if I told you for this entire time I wasn't recording?
That would actually break my spirits.
Well, I'm still recording. Don't worry about it.
Okay. Zidane, remember yesterday when that funny bit happened when you forgot to record 20 minutes of audio?
And then
And
the second time, my hard drive ran out of space. Yeah.
Yeah, remember that when I wasted 40 minutes of my life?
Yeah, I remember
On-
that.
Yeah, that was really fun.
On literally a podcast. A podcast that 17 people watched.
On
17 people's
We spent so
eyes.
much effort on that.
I
I'm
think
only a little bit bitter.
just a little bit. It's not like
Just a little.
you literally feel like deleting the channel right now.
Yeah. These kids, they
Oh, back
started.
to the kids.
Yeah. These kids started
Yeah, I'm
speaking
gonna name the.
in a British accent after watching Peppa Pig. Did you hear
Saw
about
that.
that? Yeah.
All I heard was
Frickin'
Peppa Pig because he
Americans,
cut
man.
out 100 times, but
Okay,
sounds
so
epic because
these kids that watch Peppa Pig, they started speaking a British accent after watching it.
Did you know that the
Freaking-
February 14th was Valentine's?
Thank you, Zidane. It's not that has everything to do with what I just said.
And it was also National Organ Donor Day, and National Ferris Wheel Day, and National Cream-Filled Chocolate
Have
Day.
you watched
And
Ferris Bueller's Day Off?
No.
Fantastic movie.
I
Everybody
don't
at home,
watch
go
very
watch
many
that movie.
movies, Adeesha.
I've heard.
February
we had the
13th was National Break Up with Your Carrier Day. What?
What?
Is that like... Okay, whatever. Oh, National Tortellini Day. That's my favorite day. I should have celebrated that day. It's also a month
What's
before
the
my
best
birthday.
food out there?
There's less than a month until my birthday. Adeesha's older than me. That's going to be the
Yeah.
best podcast episode. It's going to be my birthday podcast episode.
That is if
I'm
we even
gonna be
go
the only
till
one
that
talking.
long.
That's if.
We just
I had-
skip that day. Just that day.
Only that day. Yeah, our goal is to keep this podcast running for the rest of our lives.
Yeah.
It's gonna
I'm gonna show my grandkids this. Did you know that Joe Rogan has been going on for like 800 episodes now?
Which
insane.
show? You cut out. Sorry.
Joe
which show?
Rogan podcast.
The podcast. That's all I heard.
Yeah.
That's all I
It-
heard. The podcast.
The Joe Rogan podcast
Joe
has
Rogan
been going on
podcast?
for 800 episodes.
That's a joke.
That's like most
And
of
how
his
long are each of the episodes?
like
like,
3
approximately?
hours.
3
About
hours.
3 hours. Yeah. 3 hours times 800.
That's 2,400 hours.
That's
see.
insane.
It's 40 days of podcast.
Is
That's
that
what that is.
Are you sure?
Yep, I think
So
so.
2,400. So that's 2,400 hours. Divide that by 24. That's like.
Oh no,
1,000?
no. Okay, that's wrong then. I don't know
It's
why
like
that happened.
I think it's 1,000 or 100. I forgot. I don't care.
Well, I mean, two.
No, it's
so
100.
it
It's
would-
100.
It would
It's
be
100. It's 100 days.
100 days of podcasts.
Jesus Christ.
I don't know why the calculator is so bad on Google for some reason.
Who knows?
How do you get that into
Remember that
minute?
time? Remember
I wanna
that
get
time
that into
when
minutes.
you thought the freaking 1.5 times
That-
7?
That was
Was it
because my
12?
calculator was broken.
Sure, buddy.
It's
Sure.
not my fault.
Dude, who cares? Literally, like 3 people told you that you were wrong, including me, a brown man.
I wouldn't have thought that unless my calculator didn't say that.
Okay, buddy. All right.
So
We had like 3 people, including me, a teacher, and Emma. All of us said that you were wrong, but you're like, no. My calculator, right? I pulled out my
Yes,
scientific
that's how-
calculator, and you still said nah. Then you're
this is how
actually
it
a
works,
moron.
This is just how it works.
So that's the 20-minute mark. Think we should wrap it up?
Yeah, I guess so. Yeah,
Yeah.
we may as well.
All right.
So, yeah. Oh, I just found out
Goodbye.
that it would be 144,000 minutes of podcast.
God bless.
And
Alright,
it would
that's it.
be
That's
It'd
it.
be
Stop talking,
8
Zidane.
million 640,000 seconds.
Zidane, how are you so good at doing all this math in your head?
I know, and it would be 51,840,000 milliseconds.
I want to die. Okay, that's enough.
And it would be
They
311.
don't want to hear you talking about hours.
It would be 311 million 40,000 nanoseconds. That's all I know.
Okay.
That's all I can do in my head. It's
I think that's
too much.
That's it.
Anyways, that is the end
Have
of
a
the
good day,
podcast.
everybody. That's the end
The
of the 5th episode.
podcast.
And that's all she wrote.